Today is the day we have all been waiting for. It is the day that Rchizzle challenged P.Sherman, aka myself. I don't know if he challenged me or if I challenged him, but anyway, that is not important. He challenged me to Monotype Dex Roulette triples battles. I think I was the one that suggested Monotype Dex Roulette, and then he said, want to make it triples, and I was like, yeah. So it's going to be pretty crazy. If you're looking at the team preview right now, you'll see that I got normal type, he got poison type. There's a little bit of movement there, whatever. I got a Jigglypuff, which is pretty nice, and I got Igglybuff. And they both have an ability called Friend Guard, which reduces damage to teammates by 25%. So I don't know if that stacks or not, or if it only works on adjacent Pokemon. But I know I'm at least getting 25% damage reduction here. So anyway, he leads off with all that stuff. I lead off with all this stuff. I'm not going to try and aim it all. I went for the Protect with Igglybuff just to kind of see if he was going to target it. And then I went for, I think, a Tailwind with my Pidove. And just so you guys know, I've never done a triples battle narration before, so this is going to be crazy. He gets a Sludge Bomb off on Lord Jiggly with Seviper. I believe that was Specs. I go for my Double Edge on him, which is not banded or anything. It's just a regular Violite Jigglypuff. And this is really crazy. His Ghastly is Scarfed, I believe, and it's going for Hidden Power Fightings. It decided to target the Turtle Dove now, as I go for the Round, which is pretty cool, because that move gets doubled in power if you use it with two different Pokemon. So I did that right there. Got a lot of nice damage on that Snake Spear, which is a very clever nickname, Rchizzle. You're so witty, and so is Rick Ghastly and Bachelor. Those are great names. But anyway, Brave Bird is going to take out my Turtle Dove, which means that I am already down 5-6. And right here is the moment of glory itself. Lord Jiggly himself is going to draw his double-edged sword and swipe it at the Seviper, slicing off the snake's head, conquering the basilisk, and freeing his people from the reign of tyranny it was causing in the lands of Jigglies. But yeah, that was pretty much just an over-dramatized description of what happened. Jigglypuff just got a kill there. I thought it was pretty cool. Page Iggly is still standing strong out there, 100% HP. His Rick Ghastly still pretty strong as well as the Bachelor, which really sucks that thing can use a Violite because it already has pretty nice defenses. See, like Rock Blast with Expert Belt is not going to do hardly anything to it. So I get 3 hits there, which is pretty nice. I think you're only supposed to get like 2 at the most, or that one has the highest percentage. But he actually didn't go for the Sucker Punch with his Victory Bow, which means I'm not going to take as much damage on my I'm a Bird. If you remember that nickname from back in the day, you're pretty cool. But yeah, he's going to go for Hidden Power, and it's not going to do too much to my Mincino because he has that Friend Guard that's helping him out, reducing the damage. So Ryland was pretty pissed off when I lived that. I think I lived with like 5 HP or something. I don't even remember. But I go for the Rock Blast. It ends up getting a critical hit on Ghastly, which takes out in 1 hit. But you know, crits do 2 times the damage, so 2 hits would have killed him. That's how I see it from that. But anyway, I go for a Brave Bird, outspeeding his Nidoking somehow, and get a lot of damage off on him, so that's great. When I send out my Furret, it can revenge kill it quite easily. His Golbat, who survives these hits so magically, is going to go for a Roost, healing himself up. I believe Page Iggly just went for a round there, trying to finish him off, but unfortunately he did outspeed, so that means that little round damage wouldn't have been enough to take him out. So anyway, I send out You Asked For It, and he sends out his dick, and I'm just like, what? Okay, Ryland, this is really awkward. You can't just be throwing that kind of stuff out here in the middle of a battle. And he's like, you know, it's okay, man. This thing has Harden and Explosion and String Shot. And he didn't tell me that it had Explosion until like until I already clicked the move and said that I killed it. But whatever, that would have been pretty funny to see it explode. So he gets all hard, and I'm just like, dude, this is kind of awkward, man. You're getting all hard in our battles. And I go for the round on the Golbat just to get that tiny little bit of damage on there. So actually I got a kill with Jigglypuff and Igglybuff. So now You Asked For It is coming to the middle so that he can help take this thing down because it's so bulky. But I actually just went for the Rock Blast and finished it off, not letting it explode. So yeah, that's game 1 for Parker. 3-0, pretty nice little cushion there. The second battle, Ryland got dealt Ice type with an Abomasnow, so now he's got a Hail Team going on. I'm just like, whoa, man, that's pretty unfair. And I have two things that are weak to ice, coincidentally, which is Sigilyph and Claydol, which happen to be like the two only good Pokemon that I got dealt. My type is Psychic, if you haven't guessed already. But yeah, I was going to try and do a Trick Room theme going on here, but you'll see what happens. This battle just did not go my way. So I send out, what is this? Invader Zim, Masochist, and Hansolosis. He sends out an Obama Teddy Bear, and Snowveil's active. So he's going to go for the substitute with that Snowveil guy. I keep saying Snowveil, it's Snowcloak. I realized I said that in my last battle too. But yeah, anyway, going for the Calm Mind on Hansolosis, trying to get him bulked up enough so that by the time he's like down to his last little bit of HP or whatever, or later in the battle, he'll be a force to be reckoned with because he's got the Psyshock, I believe, and like hidden power fighting. But yeah, hail damage everywhere, leftovers damage everywhere. You know, it's just crazy over here, it's chaos. My little Pokemon are trying to run away from the hail, and I move Invader Zim to the middle so that he can use Simple Beam on my Hansolosis. That would have been awesome because then I could get +2 with each Calm Mind and get set up in like 2 turns. But unfortunately, he goes for the Ice Punch, or no, he got a crit on his Blizzard, I believe, and so Invader Zim is not going to be able to live any more hits next turn. What was that? Oh, he went for the Shadow Ball on my little Masochist, my Wobbuffet. I think that was a crit too. Not sure if it mattered, but the thing is a Violite and has a lot of HP, so you never know. Going to Jar Jar Binks, which is a name that just because I couldn't think of a name for it, so I named it something that had to do with space because it looks like an alien. Anyway, he goes for an Ice Shard, takes out Invader Zim, meaning that I can't get off the Simple Beam. Very good move by Rchizzle. He totally saw through that. No, I'm just kidding. I don't think he knew I had Simple Beam. But I start going for Calm Minds with everything. That's pretty much my only strategy here to try and hang in here is like build up some Calm Minds. I'm not sure if anything else on my team has Trick Room. I think that, what's his name, like Iglium, whatever, Behium, I don't know which one it is. The little one, he was the only one with Trick Room. And all this crazy stuff is just happening. I mean, I send out my Claymation here. He's obviously going to die in one hit to any ice move that goes on. I go for hidden power fighting, and I actually take out his Abomasnow though. So it's like, you know, now I'm only going to get 5-0'd instead of 6-0'd. Go for a recover with Behium, just to be able to stand another hit. And go for a Rock Slide with, what's his face, Claydol. Snowcloak is active though, and it misses Teddy Bear, so that's unfortunate. He gets an Ice Punch off on Solosis, which really doesn't do that much, and the Blizzard is really gonna hurt Claymation though. It's gonna take him right down to like 1 HP, and it's gonna freeze Jar Jar Binks. So I'm just like, wow, Ryland, wow, hacking me out so much. Like I didn't even care about the battle anymore. I was just like, okay, if he gets more hacks, it'll just make it even funnier. So pretty much in a cornered situation here. I've got 2 Star Wars named Pokes out here. I just realized he sends out a Delibird. I'm just like, you know what, bro? That's cool. I'm just gonna kill it with something. Probably my Hansolosis. Now he goes for an Ice Shard. I believe he's probably choice banded, and so that's why he went for the Ice Shard, because I'm pretty sure that wouldn't kill or have a chance of killing otherwise. But his Teddy Bear goes for an Ice Punch, which couldn't outspeed Solosis, believe it or not. And I got recover off, so it goes for a Blizzard. I think it takes out my little Pinata, obviously, because you know it's a Glaceon, all right, and it's got that stab 120 Blizzard, which is gonna take him out super nicely. My Trick Room finally wore off, so that's only been 5 turns in this game so far, and I'm down to my last 2 pokes. I think he sets up, yeah, another substitute with his active. Goes for the Yawn on Hansolosis, so he's gonna fall asleep next turn. Pretty sure I'm just going to recover, I'm not sure. But I actually thought out with my Jar Jar Binks and was able to kill that Delibird with the Psychic, so now it's only gonna be a 4-0. What do you mean only? That's still pretty bad. But hail damage, leftovers damage, blah blah blah. I think he's gonna send out his Jinx. Yeah, he sends out his Jinx next. And the reason why those aren't nicknamed is because I was telling him to hurry up and battle me already. But so he couldn't think of a nickname in time. But it's okay. We appreciate you, Rchizzle, for all your other nicknames. Shadow Ball's just gonna take out my Jar Jar Binks there. And Ice Punch is not going to take out Solosis. I'm going to go for a Psyshock over Hidden Power Fighting because it's stab and it hits it on the physical side, so I thought that that would be more damage than that neutral, unstabbed, hidden power fighting. So yeah, it did quite a bit of damage to the Jinx, but unfortunately Hans Solosis could not survive the rest of the team. So that is the end of that battle. That was pretty embarrassing. But the third battle was Flying versus Ghost. I got Ghost, Ryland got Flying, and he was like, "Aim before you get something with Stealth Rocks." And I was like, "Dude, Ghosts can't learn Stealth Rocks." And since we told each other our types before, I made my Pokemon with appropriate sets. Like my Gengar has Icy Wind, like Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Rock, pretty much every move that's super effective against flying. And so, and then I've got like Glaceon and Rotom. I mean, it's just like a really crazy, unfair match. I've got the nice team advantage. He sends out a Swannabe J Smooth and FDNSR. I'm assuming that's Stealth Rock because Stealth Rock is gay. He goes for a Fire Blast right there on my Frostlass, and I was just like, wow, man, wow, I should have got this thing a Focus Sash because, or used to Protect or something, because my Gengar, as you see, is going to take out his Charizard this turn. But what happened there was my Rotom tricked the Swanna. Turns out he let off with 2 Scarfed things, so Ryland's just going like all out offensive, just like we have been this entire series. Switched out into his Gliscor, I believe, predicting a Thunderbolt, but that didn't happen. I think now he's going to Protect, expecting me to go for some kind of Ice move on him, which I do. I think my Rotom went for Hidden Power Ice, as he gets a Hurricane off with his Swanna. Doesn't bring Gengar down to his Focus Sash, which he did have, but you know, it does a good amount. So I go for the Icy Wind. It hits Mandibuzz. Mandibuzz. It hits Mandibuzz, gets a crit. Doesn't matter too much in the long run, as you'll see coming up soon. He gets another Hurricane off, finishing off Gengar. You know, I think he failed to Protect on his Gliscor, so now my Rotom is able to take him out with the Hidden Power Ice. I'm not sure what the score is here. I think it's like 4-5 or 4-4. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I lost my Frostlass. So yeah, it's 4-4. He gets a Toxic on my Shedinja, as I get a Toxic on him. And this is why I say the Icy Wind crit didn't matter, because Toxic would be wearing him down anyway. He's not a rest set, as you'll see. I send out Banette, who's Zip the Lip. He sends out Mibusta. And I send out Cleopatra. So he goes for Protect, obviously, and I'm just like, wow, man, of course you would go for Protect. I don't even think he has Speed Boost, does he? Or, I don't know, we'll see. But I go for the Hidden Power Ice on Swanna because, you know, I'm locked into it. Go for the Icy Wind with Banette, which would have done some nice damage to Mibusta, but against Mandibuzz, who's probably specially defensive, doesn't do too much. But it's okay because we got the Toxic. So anyway, I think he missed the Toxic on my Cleopatra as I hit the Will-O-Wisp on Swanna, which is like a little trade-off. He has the higher accuracy move, but I still hit mine and he missed his. So yeah, good game, Ryland. He's gonna go for the Giga Drain here with his Mibusta, because Bug Buzz and Aerial Ace are both resisted, or not Aerial Ace, Air Slash. Get off a Hidden Power Ice. I think I moved my Banette to the center so that his Swanna couldn't target it with Hurricanes, and all this crazy stuff's going on. I go for the HP Rock with Cleopatra because I'm so cool, and I put HP Rock on it when I was making it, since I didn't have any Cofagriuses yet, and I was like, well, the standard one is HP Fighting, but I'm making it for this battle, so I might as well just give it Rock. So I think he's down to his last 3. He's going to send in Staraptor, who's got the Intimidate. Oh no, all my special attackers have their attack lower. What will I ever do? My Rotom, which is Motorola backwards, if you haven't guessed that already, goes for the Hidden Power Ice on that Staraptor. Doesn't quite take it out, as he's going to get off a Brave Bird, which is going to just demolish my Banette. So Banette's down. I'm down to my last 2. I believe he's just been missing Hurricanes too all over the place with his Swanna. So fortunately for me, I'm not going to have to stall it out with my Cofagrius, even though it probably could do a good job of it because it does have rest and his things are all statused and it's specially defensive. So I think that's GG because I'm going to kill a Swanna. His Mandibuzz is going to kill my Rotom, and then my Cofagrius is going to just hit him with a Hex and he's going to die to Toxic damage. So yeah, that was GG Rchizzle. That was crazy, narrating 3 triples battles. Hope you enjoyed. Those were some great games, Rchizzle. Make sure to go check out his channel. He's got 4,000 subs. Congrats! And make sure also to go check out the Seviper versus Jigglypuff picture on DeviantArt. And last but not least, actually 2 things. The previous battle on the screen right now, which is also a Monotype, triples, Roulette, and there's a TogeCast episode that I was on. So yeah, go check those out and report to me when you are done. Just kidding, you don't have to, but I'll see you later.